Alright, welcome to week 7 training video. We are grinding down to the last few weeks of the regular season. A lot of good region games, a lot of playoff spots in play. So it's very important that we stay on our game and stay focused. So let's start this week with some things, the type of play you really don't see a whole lot anymore. So it's easy to miss it since we're just not used to looking for it. And that's defensive linemen. And really you see this from offensive linemen too. They may do it. And that's kind of going low and then grabbing the leg. So if we watch this matchup right here, it's going to go low and then just kind of hook him around the leg. It's hard to see it initially, but you see he's still kind of on his leg right there. Now this particular play, maybe it doesn't really, it seems maybe kind of innocuous. It doesn't really do anything. It is a bit of a safety foul, as we'll see a little bit later. We'll watch it here. You can see how it just kind of grabs and then drives him back. In that particular instance, it really didn't do anything. I mean, he drove him into his own player, or into the running back, which kind of disrupted the play there. But we're really focusing more on the legality of it and the safety version of it. When they grab and then drive, it puts that lineman a bit of a safety risk, as opposed to just also being illegal. So it's really something we need to watch out for. This next one is going to be behind the play. So our general wisdom would be, you have a holding behind the play. Typically we kind of let it go. But since this is a safety foul, well, even though he's not driving, maybe this is a talking to at this point. So it just kind of grabs him and holds him. Not really a safety foul. Maybe you just talk to him at that point. And then, of course, there's a score anyway. But you see, the next play is when we really kind of get into why this is such a bad, not really a bad play, but something we need to make sure we're looking for and we're focusing on. So he's going to drive him back, and you see that knee buckle right there. And it really puts this lineman at a potential risk for injury, even more so than they already are. So anytime we have a type of play that's illegal and puts a player at risk, we really want to make sure we're focused on that and we're calling it when we need to. Because when they grab their leg and then they kind of drive them back like that, that's when it really puts the player at risk. So again, we don't see it a whole lot. So just kind of keep an eye on for it in case you see it. Alright, here's a weird one. So let's notice our line of scrimmage. It's 4th down, scrimmage kick. We can see where the box is. That's our line of scrimmage. Does not look like this was blocked at all. Looks like it's just a bad kick. It went offside with his foot, and then it's caught here by the kicking team. It's caught beyond the line of scrimmage. This is not, it's not KCI. Remember, it's only on a free kick. It's nothing. They can't advance this. This is just, it's technically his first touching, and it's just dead right there. Ball's dead. Can't run it. Can't advance it. Ball's just dead. First touching is going along the R, right there, about the 29. So you're not going to see that very often, but if you do see it, that's what you do. Alright, let's look at a couple of targetings. Targeting on kickoff can be hard to miss. We really need to, watch our coverage. And you see, this is a big one. Your deep official right there, he's probably got the best look at that. And you're from behind, but a hit like that, is targeting. This official, maybe he can see it, maybe he can't. But on short kicks like this, we really need to make sure we have eyes on that receiver. You also got a couple of things here. You have the ball hits the ground, and then he tries to do I'm not going to call that a fair catch signal. It's an attempted fair catch signal. So that would be an illegal fair catch. A valid fair catch. So you cannot give a fair catch signal after the ball hits the ground. But it's ultimately superseded by that targeting, which is the big focus right here. We missed the targeting. Also, wing be a little bit further back, way too on top of the play right here when that ball goes out of bounds. I don't know if this gives us a better view or not. Yeah. Definitely leads with the crown of the helmet, goes helmet to helmet. So we gotta be careful. We gotta make sure we're looking out for that. This one's gonna be harder to see. The end zone angle's not gonna give you anything, but it's right here. This is gonna be one of those targeting where he hits them with the forearm or the head or the shoulder, right at the head. This one was called. Side judge over there picks it up. Good flag. He definitely comes in and hits him in the head with a shoulder, arm, or something. So remember, it doesn't have to be head to head or helmet to helmet to be targeting. They can get him with above the shoulders with the arm, shoulder, anything like that as well. Any kind of hit above the head and neck area. A good call for OPI. Watching this guy right here. He's an eligible receiver. Looks like he's going out for a pass. He's definitely blocking. He's downfield. Have a legal pass beyond the line of scrimmage. This was called. Good job by the wing guy picking that up. That is the correct call. This one we also call OPI, but this is not the correct call. As you see, he's not blocking downfield. He's not taking them anywhere. Really, if anything, you could have holding by the defense. I wouldn't go that far. This is just an incomplete pass. So that's lay off OPIs like that. Remember, OPI it needs to be clear and obvious, like that previous one. That was pretty clear and obvious. This one, the call is OPI for a push off, and it's just not there. I mean, he puts his hands on a little bit right there. Doesn't do anything to create separation at all. So we do want to lay off that one. End zone view is not a great view, but it gives us a slightly better one. You can see what we thought was initial push off. It's just not there. What we'll say, just because we harp on it every week, watch a hit on the quarterback. That's clean. That's good. That's not roughing. We're also looking for OPI on this one as well. I like this call for offensive pass interference. I think it's pretty obvious. Watching this receiver right here. I mean, he's definitely not trying to make a route, not trying to break off. He is just blocking. And it creates a touchdown. So, good call for OPI right there. Good job on the wing picking that up. I mean, the deep picking that up. Here we call DPI. I just don't think this is enough for DPI, and we'll see on the end zone angle. Remember what category are we putting it in? I think hook and turn is your closest. But remember, for hook and turn, you gotta have the hook and the turn. Looks like you got the hook right there, but there's no turn. He doesn't turn his shoulders. Ball hits the receiver right in the hands. He just misses it. So I think we should have passed on DPI for this one. Also, just as a note, in a couple of years, those uniforms will be illegal on the white team. Here, yeah, another DPI call. This is a good no call. The thing is on this one though, I mean, it's almost exactly like the first one, or the one we just saw. And this one we didn't call. That's just playing it well. Is there a little bit of contact before it gets there? Maybe, possibly, but it's not clear enough. Doesn't really affect the receiver's ability. Again, it hits him right in the hands. So, good no call for DPI. This one just looking at, because we've been talking about it the past few weeks, just looking to hit the quarterback. That's fine. I mean, the defender didn't have a chance to let up right after he'd already kind of made his launch or his wrap up, and he wraps him up. Anytime there's a wrap up, we give a little bit of doubt to the defender. So that's nothing. Good no call for roughing the passer. Looks like a couple blindside blocks. So right there we call blindside block, looking right here. I don't think this meets the criteria. Yeah, he doesn't see it coming, so we checked that box. Is it open hands? No, not really. I mean, it's one of those where he hits him with his shoulder and then I don't know. He may initiate that contact with the open hands, but this is not forceful contact. So even if he doesn't get him with open hands here, remember, you got to check off all three boxes. Defender can't see it coming, cannot be initiated with open hands, or is not initiated with open hands, and is forceful contact. If you have all three of those, then you have an illegal blindside block. If even one of them is missing, then you have a legal hit. So, yeah, I think that one's clean. You got one right here. He just shows him in the side. Good open hands. So remember, we got to check off all three of those boxes. This one's a little iffier. But yeah, I don't think we have forceful contact right here. Definitely doesn't see it coming. That's not open hands. He initiates that with the shoulder. But then, is this forceful contact? I don't think so. If they're standing there, like he's not really laying a hit, he's kind of meeting him and then dropping his shoulder. So again, I think that's a good call. It's a good no call for a legal blindside block. I just don't, that's fine. All right, let's talk about this one for a second. This play is designed pretty much. It's a speed play. I mean, that's all this is. It's designed. You get your fastest receiver. But it's designed to where he's just gonna kind of shuffle it forward. If it's dropped, it's an incomplete pass. And that's all it is. That's what this is designed to be. And then if he drops it, that's all it is. It's an incomplete pass. If he takes it and he's cleared and he runs off, I mean, it's just a speed play. So this is not a fumble. If he's going to take it and then he's just going to shuffle it forward like that, that's an incomplete pass. So we should be killing it. Laying on our whistles. So that is not a fumble, that is an incomplete pass. We talked for a couple of weeks about if we have a hit out of bounds, we're looking for some kind of extra action or a load up and hit after the play. And you got that right here. He's well out of bounds. And then this other defender comes in and just lowers his head and takes him out. So that's a good call for late hit out of bounds, and that's really what we're looking for when we're trying to throw that foul. This one's a good no call. If they have them already in their grasp and it's just kind of a continuation of the tackle, that's nothing either. Again, you really look for like some kind of extra action. Does he give an extra effort to pull him down? Does he give a little twist or turn? You want some kind of extra effort. Anything extra, really. And you just don't have it there. So it's a good no call for a hit out of bounds. All right, let's talk about these swing passes or whatever they're called. Remember in the camps this year, we talked about in Crew of 6 and Crew of 7, this call is always primarily going to be the line judges. The head line judge can help out on it, But the call primarily has come from the line judge. And we got to have some kind of signal. So right here, line judge, you gotta do something. You gotta have your hand back, hand forward, because this is close. I mean, you're fairly quick to signal incomplete pass, but really once that pass is thrown, we need some kind of signal from you, either forward or backwards, punching it one way or the other. Same thing here, almost the exact same play, just to the other side. Line judge, we gotta have some kind of signal. Referee, this is not your signal, not anymore. So this is guy coming from the line judge. Like I said, head line judge, you can help out, you can have an opinion, but primarily we're coming from the line judge. And same thing here, once we get to it. Yeah, see, the line judge, we gotta have something. Just, forward, backward, give us something. It's a forward pass, we punch it forward. But remember again, primarily that is the line judge. So here the field judge throws something. I'm not sure. I think he has a hold somewhere around here. Maybe in this area. My problem with this is field judge, once that ball goes in the air, our primary, really our only focus is the returner. So if we're looking, that ball goes in the air and we're looking down here, and he throws his hand in the air for a fair catch or something, well, we're going to miss it. The side judge is watching all the blocks. We have to be watching that returner. So again, like I said, if he throws his hand signal in the air or something, we got to be able to see it to catch that fair catch. So we don't really need to be looking at any of these blocks. Leave that for the side judge and the wings. This is a good call for holding by that wide receiver. Remember, we talked about feet. What are the feet doing? So we're engaged right here. Feet are in between the ball carrier and the defender. Still in between, still in between. Now they're not. So once the feet are beat, what happens? That's what we're looking for. What does that blocker do once his feet are beat? And here he's got a hold of them. Still got a hold of them. Causes the runner to break free and gain an extra 5 or 6 yards. So good call for holding right there on that wide receiver. And then I think this is the last video, or last clip. Short video today. Just watching this action right here. We got a rivalry game. Two private schools from the same city, and one of these is a Christian school, and they would never do anything untoward to an opponent. But you still have to, still got to be watching stuff like this. So good job, the deep coming in, breaking that up, or the flag. I don't know what the call was. You probably go hit them both, or maybe depends what you saw, how you saw it. We definitely have a flag, and there's contact, so you have to go with personal fouls here. You can't go on sportsmanlike conduct. Remember, on sportsmanlike conduct have to be non-contact. Anything to do with contact is a personal foul. So, but good job here of watching action after the play, not being sucked into where the ball is and all that stuff. Alright, that's it for this week. That was a shorter video, but hopefully you got some good stuff in this. Again, sorry we're a day late in getting this out, but good luck. I know region plays are heating up, so stay focused, and we got a lot of big games coming up. So good luck, stay safe.